one of the biggest compliments. It happened to me just the other day coming through the airport. Two women said, Gayle, this is my Oprah. And so they always say, I'm Oprah, I'm Gayle, vice versa.
Yeah. I always
Don't you hear
this
that
is
too?
my Gayle. This is my Gayle.
I always get, this is my Oprah.
Yeah.
I just think that's one of the biggest compliments anyway. I don't know of any other combo of women that people say that about.
Yeah, I was just someplace the other day and somebody said, this is my Gayle too. This is my Gayle. Yeah, and I understand what that means. That means long-term, standing in the gap, no matter what. I'm here for you, gonna tell you the truth. Even if you don't want to hear it. That's what that means. The real truth of our friendship, relationship, and bond is that this was somebody who saw me and cared for the essence of who I am, and I the same for her. And she became my mother, my sister, my friend. She became all the things that I had never had. I'd never had a strong relationship with anybody in my family who I felt really cared for me, really loved me, who wanted to hear what was going on in my life. I mean, I can tell you in my entire life, I never call my mother or my father to tell them anything, like I got a new job, or I met a new guy, or I got a car, or I got none of that. So Gayle served as my chosen family and the person who stood in the gap for me. I have to say, I think that in the world of friendships, we've been friends now.
Since you were 21 and 22.
21 and 22, and we're 67 and 68. So let's.
I know the other day, Oprah, I said that and went, God, 67 and 68.
It feels.
That's in striking distance of 70, but I don't even look at it like that.
Yeah.
I don't, because I still
but I
feel
think it's
40-something.
I still think it's one of, having interviewed thousands of people over the years in friendships. I remember in the early days of the Oprah show when we'd have, you know, best friends sleeping with their friends' husbands, and Gayle said to me, if you ever see me, if you come home and find me in bed with Stedman,
don't be mad.
Don't be mad.
Because it means
that I'm stone crazy.
That I've lost my mind. Don't even be mad.
Don't be mad. Just help me get to the
bundle
nearest,
me up and take me to the hospital.
To the hospital.
Go right to the psych ward.
Because it would mean that I have totally lost
my mind.
We really haven't had a serious argument or a serious, no.
Where you're not speaking.
Where you're not speaking. We've had some disagreements, still don't agree on all things, but never like raising your voice or yelling.
Calling each other names.
The whole idea of like calling somebody out of their name or saying, you know, rude things that you later regret. No, never been a part of this. I think over the years, people, because of the Oprah show and watching me every day with the audience, there is this misconception that I am a hugely extroverted person, but I really am not.
And I really am.
And she really is. I mean, if there's a party, I'm the person who's in the corner, usually by the shrimp bar.
Here's Oprah in Chicago. They're having this exclusive party for Princess Diana.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So I called Oprah and I said, what are you wearing? And she goes, I'm in the bed. I go, you're not going? You're not going? She goes, no, I'm not going.
No, I have a show tomorrow.
I have a show tomorrow. There are some things that I think it's worth staying up late on a school night and hanging out in an event with Princess Diana would have certainly been one.
You know what was more important to me? To go and have lunch with Princess Diana
Which she
at
did.
Kensington Palace, just the two of us. I am the person who wants a private lunch or a small dinner
I would
party.
like that too, but I would have gone to that damn party. I would have gone to lunch and the party.
I did not do that. I do that.
No, she didn't.
Yeah.
She didn't.
Once there was a party like in my building, and Gayle goes, I know you went to that building, and I go, well, I'm on the 57th.
That was
on the
famous.
That was on the 76th floor. I'm not going. So no, I'm not the party girl.
The person's in the building.
I'm the opposite. I am somewhere, you know, I think the road trip that we took.
She enjoys a good book.
With the road trip that we took is a perfect example. Of
our differences.
I am silently somewhere, quiet, still, being with my thoughts. And sometimes Gayle will call and say, what are you doing? Sitting with your thoughts?
Yes.
So.
Who rides in a car without music? I ask you, America. Who rides in a car without music?
There are some few of us.
I offer Exhibit A, Oprah Winfrey.
There's some few of us still. Yes, I have to turn down the music for merging.
You're on a friggin' road trip. You were supposed to have music.
Okay.
And so she could ride silently
I like
for
being
miles
with
no
silently
music.
with Miles, and even now, if I get
By the
in
way, nobody likes that. Nobody likes that.
well,
Nobody who works with you or is with you, nobody likes it. People like to turn on the music.
well,
and
they
listen to
all act like they like
it. Well, they don't.
it. Okay.
They don't. Security, we like music. You get out of the car, we crank it up.
Oh, is that what happens when I get
We
out of the
like
car?
music.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's funny.
But our life really isn't lights, camera, action. You would think it is, but it really isn't.
No.
People say, what do you guys do? And we go, kind of nothing. I mean, we just hang out and do nothing.
Yeah.
We like a good movie, really like a good meal.
We love talking about current events.
Yes,
We are really
yes.
into that. And for all the years of the Oprah show, Gayle would watch every single show.
Yeah.
One of my favorite stories is one day I get a call. I'm in the middle of a meeting and I get a call and they say, Gayle needs to speak to you. It's an emergency. And I get in and I go, I get on the phone and I go, what happened? Are you okay? And she goes, no, I'm really not. I have a black eye. And I say, what happened? And she said, your boobs were out and hit me on through the
Jumped
screen.
in the screen.
Jumped in the screen and hit me because your boobs you were showing so
What
much
are you
cleavage.
thinking?
What are you thinking? I got hit by one of your boobs. So anyway, I thought.
But it was funny, during the Oprah show, people would call because I'm a big TV watcher. I love television. To this day, I do still love television. So Oprah would always call me Gayle King Eyewitness News. What does Gayle King Eyewitness News think? I would call her and say, turn on the TV. OJ is on the run in the white Bronco. Or,
Yep, that's how I heard about it.
Sad to say, the Challenger has exploded. You should turn on the TV and
yeah.
see that this is happening. But she was saying, the producers just pitched me an idea about a show called Friends. Have you heard of it? I go, yes. Are you going to do something with them? And I said, who? And she said, I think, how many is it? I go, you got all 6 of them?
Yeah.
I go, you should definitely do that. They're huge.
So
They're
Gayle was
huge.
my, I am not, speaking of knowing, what's happening culturally, who's aware of who's dating whom and who's going up, this girl knows it all.
She
knows
can't
every
touch me when it
song.
comes to that, but I can't touch her when it comes to books.
Yeah,
So you name a book,
yeah,
Oprah's heard of it, read it, knows it.
yeah.
I may be going, ugh.
And I had to let that go because in our friendship, one of the things I have is that if I ask you to read a book and you don't read it right away, I get a little, I have an
I
attitude.
always read the books when you say this is a really good book.
Yeah,
I do that.
eventually.
No, I read it pretty quickly.
Okay. Early on, when I started to, rise in popularity and get more money and things, I would see that there were people who were jealous in little ways. I remember.
We now call them haters.
Yeah, I remember shopping once and somebody said, "Oh, you're getting another black dress." Yeah. Okay, so duly noted. But there's never been, "Oh, you're getting another black dress" moment from Gayle in any area. I mean, it didn't matter what was happening. She would always be more excited for whatever was happening or what was showing up for me than I was. I'd be like, well, it's okay. Well, I got invited to this, and yeah, I'm going to the White House. And she's like, oh my God, that is so great. So having somebody who not only stands in the gap for you, but is happy for your happiness for 40-something years.
Oh no, I'm so very happy for her happiness. And I think on the flip side, I always thought that I could trust her about anything. Her advice is always very good. She's a big I told you so person. If you don't take that advice, you will hear about it.
It is a character flaw. It is a character flaw.
You
of
don't
mine.
take the advice.
You will hear about it.
Yeah, you will hear about it.